Picture this. It's the early 1990s. Neon clothes are going away, hair metal is almost dead, and railroads are realizing that their trains are getting, well, stupidly long and heavy. Locomotives were increasingly struggling with wheel slip as they hauled around the GDP of a small country. Enter Electromotive Division's SD70 MAC with its AC traction motors. Yeah, it sounds like something you'd immediately skip past in the brochure, but you shouldn't. For technical reasons that I won't get into because I don't really understand geometry, AC motors simply provide better traction, so they stick to the rails like white on rice. Burlington Northern, and later BNSF, basically went all in. Powder River Basin coal trains became a rolling showcase for these bad boys. Long strings of aluminum hoppers, with 3 locomotives up front and maybe another couple on the rear, just casually moving a mile and a half of train like it's nothing. Later on, many were rebuilt and got a new lease on life in intermodal and manifest service. But it wasn't just BNSF. Other railroads acquired their own SD70 MACs and/or variations thereof. On CSX, it's the most prominent piece of 6-axle EMD mainline power in the whole fleet, and for the first time ever, you can own an accurate model. Time to break up that endless sea of GEVOs. Kansas City Southern rebuilds were done up in that lovely Bell scheme and have since been folded into CPKC, or, as I've recently heard it called, the Cupcake. We actually used an XKCS unit for our 3D scan and measurements. But the MAC isn't just for freight. Chicago Metra has these things geared for passenger service on 3 of its lines. There's just something so primal about 6 axles flying past you at 79 miles per hour, or 127 kilometers per hour. And then there's Alaska, with some of the most punishing stretches of rail on the continent. And they have MACs routinely serving double duty in both freight and passenger service. Our HO scale model will be the finest MAC ever produced. We've got a wide range of phases to represent versions that have never been done in plastic. These include CSX's Tier 1 units with flared radiators, both original and modern rebuilds, Alaska's winter-tough head-end power-equipped dual-service Tier 1s with flared rads, Metra's SD70 MAC rebuilds that look delightfully absurd dragging a string of gallery cars, KCS and BNSF rebuilds with appropriate PTC antennas and other details, BNSF patchouts carefully selected to represent units still in service, the classic original BN units seen everywhere in sets on heavy coal trains, the brand new Colorado Pacific units, and several eye-catching home shop schemes including Virginian and Ohio. You want features and details? We got features and details. We've got a plethora of lighting options including different headlight placement, step lights, walkway lights, emergency lights, and track lights as appropriate. Appropriate rebuild details including changed inverter cabinets and raised dynamic brakes where applicable, rotating bearing caps and multiple versions of the EMD HTCR truck, stupid underframe detail because there's nowhere for it to hide on this thing, and a wide array of cab and roof details including appropriate PTC antennas where applicable. And of course, MoPower capacitors for uninterrupted lighting and sound. And I can hear you already. But what about N-Scale? Why do you hate and ignore the N-Scale market? Well, we don't, and we aren't. That's right, y'all. For the first time ever, Rapido is launching a locomotive in 2 scales at the same time. Now the N-Scale design is still in the initial stages, so we can't really show you any artwork yet. But we will be matching our HO offerings scheme for scheme and road number for road number. We also can't give you a precise list of features, but rest assured it'll have many road-specific details such as the flared rads for Alaska, CSX, and Metra, various lighting packages, separate grabs and etch metal parts, and again, MoPower. This will be the next frontier of 6-axle mainline power in N-Scale. So if you model the past 30-something years in HO or N, these are the locomotives you're looking for, because the MACs are still out there. Still pulling giant metallic capitalism snakes around the country, still taking people to see the whales or da bears, and still sounding exactly like you think they should. No drama, no fuss, just 4,000 horsepower correctly applied. And that's the legacy of the SD70 MAC. It's not just another big mainline locomotive. It's the point where AC traction stopped being the future and just became the standard.